Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the hardest hitting Pokemon that you can get. That is going to be Gardevoir Shadow with Charm. Let's see what we have. This thing is going to be very squishy. So I had the intent in going in here with a double Charm. Yes, I know, I get it, but I just wanted to have a little fun, see what I can get away with, and it wasn't really too much. We've done it before, but times have changed, so we switched it up. We took off the Primarina, and we put on Giratina, and well, it worked out pretty well. Shadow Gardevoir, it's hitting so hard, but again, it really cannot take a hit. So you're definitely going to have some shields ready to go for it, if possible. Now, if you do have a dragon that you're going up against, for instance, one that doesn't have steel, so not Dialga, pretty much Dragonite or something like that, then you're going to be able to wall them. Although, you have to look out for Hurricane, and with my odds, definitely going to be encountering that. So taking a look at this battle here, as we're going up against the Mewtwo, shielding it up, they're swapping back into their Landorus, going for the Shadow Ball. Now getting to the charge moves, that's another thing with this Pokemon here. It takes forever with that Charm. Shadow Ball requires it's a good move. It requires a decent amount of energy, but it's not the worst thing around. The problem is Charm, it doesn't generate energy fast enough, so you're going to kind of just be vulnerable out there. When you get to your charge move, more than likely they're going to be shielding it up if they do have a shield, because anything that you're hitting is going to be taking a lot of damage. What can really run from Fairy and Ghost, right? So leading with the Gardevoir here, we're met with another Charm user, Togekiss. So let's see, we're going to be taking more damage, but we are dishing it out. Unfortunately, we're not able to bring them down even lower. So we bring in our Giratina here, and we're actually able to take them out before they throw any charge moves for whatever reason there. So great, we're looking okay. Got rid of the Charm user. All right, so the reason why I'm thinking they backed out there is maybe because they had maybe like a Melmetal and then a Kyogre. I don't know, but we take that win there. Thank you, Gardevoir, I guess. All right, so they're going to be swapping out of their Dialga when we do have that Gardevoir lead. Great, bringing in a Melmetal here and swapping right into our Groudon to protect us from the steel, and that's what this is here for. The Giratina is also to protect us from steel to some degree. Obviously not the Dialga, more of the Metagross and the Melmetals, and it does pretty good up against those, obviously being that ghost type. All right, so we have a Mewtwo out here, and we're going to go for the Fire Punch as we're going to try to get to another one, and I feel like they're going to shield this up. There you go. Now, we could have maybe went to Earthquake, but once we do throw the Fire Punch, it kind of gives them the clearance to just go all the way, and that's why they let it go, because they realize there's no way I have a Earthquake at this point. Bringing in Giratina, and I'm expecting them to hit me with a Shadow Ball here. And we're going to swap as soon as they bring in their Dialga. There it is, bringing in our Gardevoir here, and we do a lot of damage with Charm. Now, at this point, all we really need to do is simply shield all of this up and then just go for the Shadow Ball here. We're going to get a shield. We still have energy on our Giratina, so let's see if they want to shield this up. They do. Okay, sounds good to me. Do we get them down? They're able to get to one more Iron Head. That's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let this go. Farm them up. Since they are shieldless at this point, we know they have energy on their Mewtwo. They're going to be able to get it off, but we have a Shadow Ball. We could have went for Ominous Wind, but we just go for Shadow Ball because why the heck not? Giratina taking the win for us here. Now, we have seen Shadow Force's energy requirement and damage released through Data Mine. And if you've seen those numbers, do not hold those as facts for now. I mean, yeah, they data mined it, but I have a feeling they're going to change it. It requires 100 energy. Oh, and by the way, we did have a Dragonite lead here. Very nice. That's one of the best when you are using Gardevoir. More than likely they have superpower, but with my luck, they're all going to probably not have it and have Hurricane. So as far as that energy requirement, yikes. As far as PvP is concerned, not looking great. I mean, sure, it's going to be cool if you can land it if you're using Altered, but if you're using the Origin, you just go with the Shadow Ball. Okay. 100 energy? Come on, give me a break. That's just bananas. But for raid, sure, it's going to do a lot, but I have a feeling they're going to change it. I mean, the only other move that's requiring that much energy is what? Struggle? And that's just a complete garbage move. I mean, if they do 2 ghost moves dirty in the same month for October, that's going to be something, you know? Only Niantic could do something like that, right? So we'll just have to see what happens. So let's hope that they change it up. I would assume they do. They're probably just trying to build up hype because they know it's going to get data mined. We're all going to start talking about how it's bad, and then they change it and we all get hype. That's how it usually goes. They know they've been putting secret messages in there for Pokemoners. I mean, come on. It's not that of a mystery, that big of a mystery. Okay, anyways, we got the Dragonite right where we want them here. Beautiful. What are they going to do? Oh, let's go. And we charm them down and we take that win after shielding up the Gardevoir. And if you do enjoy my videos, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. You've been knocking it out. And, well, I appreciate that. Next battle met with a Dialga. So we're absolutely going to have to shield this up because it's going to be taking us out in a flash, obviously, because we're fairy type and a shadow, and we just simply can't take a hit. So we're charming them down. It's different than Togekiss because we're doing more damage. Now they do bring in their Melmetal here, which is great, getting a shield, and now that's just perfect. That's all we wanted to do. So I swap into my Giratina because I'm thinking, you know what? We have the Groudon. Let's go ahead and just make this swap here. We're at a good advantage. Let's see what they have. Not going to have 2 or 3 steel types, although they could, and they do have a Giratina of their own in the back. So all we have to do is get off that Shadow Ball, let this go. They hit me with an ominous wind, so this Giratina is just going to put in the work here. We will survive this Rock Slide, get off the Shadow Ball. I think we actually finish it off with Giratina. Maybe. I don't really recall this too much, but make sure you have notifications on because the next video is going to be great. So it looks like they were going to be able to farm us down, so I swap into our Groudon here, and obviously we don't need to shield any of this up, but hey, you got to commend them for sticking it out until the very end here. I do believe they don't even back out. They just let me take them out, and great. Now, folks, tell me something. Tell me I'm not going crazy, and somebody actually posted an exploit that you can do on the iPhone. Maybe a couple of you said that you can do it on Android as well, but if you're going up against somebody who's using Android and you're on Apple, you can kind of make the game putter for the Android user, therefore reaching your energy requirement and kind of stuttering the game for the other opponent and potentially even hitting the charge move first. And I've been encountering that quite a bit. It's going to be a little bit difficult to pick up while this is kind of going at times 2 speed, but pay attention, it does happen. And I was cool. I'm not going to include the people where I was about to win and all of a sudden it lagged a bunch and they had, I don't know, freaking 5 earthquakes. How does that happen, right? So yeah, you're not alone, and it could be Go Battle League at times, but it's just a coinkydink that it happens when I'm about to take that W or when they realize that they're not in a good position. So they have a Yveltal on the back, and I'm thinking, whoa, ooh, we got Giratina. Gardevoir is down for the count. Ooh. Although Shadow Ball still does a decent amount of damage to Yveltal, even though it is Dark type. So let's see what we can do here, folks. We're going to have to finesse this battle quite nicely. So they hit me with the Dark Pulse. We let it go. The quick move's simply not going to do enough to take us out here before we keep on getting off these Fire Punches. They're holding on to their last shield, getting to another Fire Punch. It's getting down to the wire. How's this going to work here? Shielding it up. And they farm us down. Giratina's got full health. They swap back into the Groudon. So at this point, what you're going to have to do to win, for me, in this situation, is simply farm up extra energy. They get off that Earthquake. They're not going to make it to another one. This is absolutely a Fire Punch, but we do need to kind of be careful for another Fire Punch because that's going to be bringing us down for potentially one quick move on the Yveltal. So we have enough energy, getting off this ominous wind, taking them out. We saved our shield for this exact moment, and we're going to get off the Shadow Ball and take this win. I actually couldn't believe it. I had a feeling that we were going to be able to pull it off, but it was just fun to actually see it happen here. So let's go and take that W. Moving it on to our next battle with that Gardevoir in the lead, met with a Lugia. Okay, so literally rank 1 in Open Master League. That's it right there. So we do resist the Dragon Tail. That was kind of quick, so it's going to be a Sky Attack. We let it go, knowing that we can take those Dragon Tails. That's not even getting stabbed, and Lugia's attack's not the best. So that's finally a hit we can take. Throwing the Shadow Ball and getting a shield before we use one, but they're going to be able to spam their charge moves faster here, and Charm's simply not going to be enough to farm them down at this point. So what I'm going to do is actually go in here with Groudon and try to farm them down with Quick Move. I think I actually pull it off. I'm pretty sure that's what happens here. So bringing in the Groudon. Now they're going to make it to another one here. Oh, never mind. I get nervous. I'm like, no, let's not take that damage. Let's go ahead and get them out of here. But they use both of their shields. Now, this is not an Aero Blast, so we're going to go ahead and let it go. Yeah, just another Sky Attack. No problem at all. Now, they've used 2 shields, and they got a Togekiss back here. We've seen this matchup before with Groudon up against Togekiss. It's still a fine one. But we do decide to swap after we did that little bit of damage and go for the Shadow Ball. Seeing that they are shieldless at this point, we're in the clear to bring in our Giratina here. Unfortunately, not able to farm them down. So what's going on? What is in the back? Can we pull this off? Letting the Ancient Power go. Groudon doesn't have much health. How the heck is this going to work? And they have a Garchomp. Okay, so we're able to get to the Shadow Ball. It does have Mud Shot, so we should be able to survive and get to the ominous win here, unless they do throw whatever charge move they hit us with. Let's see what it is. I shielded up because I decide I gotta keep that thing alive. Now we do have energy, and they bring in the Lugia, which is perfectly fine. Gonna throw this Fire Punch on them, take them out. Okay, no problem, no problem. Now I get a little bit nervous, and I go for the freaking Fire Punch here, which I should have built up to the Earthquake. I have a feeling they had that energy already, but they were building up extra energy so they can hit the Gardevoir. So let's see what happens here. Or, sorry, not the Gardevoir, the Giratina. So we made it to the ominous win. I didn't throw it, and they take us out here. They literally survived with about 1 HP. That was a good game. Moving on to our next opponent, met with a Zacian. Okay, this is interesting. How is this going to work? And they have Quick Attack, so that's doing a lot of damage compared to the Snarl here. So we're pretty much going to have to shield, but they freaking go close combat. I was thinking, are you kidding me? So they swap into the Giratina, and this is still a decent matchup because of the Shadow Claw damage, especially after the quick move damage that they did get off. And they're getting a shield from me, going for the Shadow Ball. And yeah, we're bringing them down low. We've used both shields. We take them out, have a double KO there. We're shieldless, so let's see how this works out. I'm going to wait for them to throw. I'm just going to let the game put in my Groudon here. That's fine. And here we're off. Now, we can take these hits no problem at all. And since we did get rid of their Giratina, let's just hope that there's something in the back that we can handle with our own here. So they're going to throw their charge move. It's a close combat. Tell me I can get the Fire Punch through, and this is going to be enough to take them out after they did debuff themselves by 2 stages. And it's enough. What you got in the back? A Dialga. Let's go, let's go. Let's get to that Earthquake. And we're getting to it. Groudon sweeping up. I'm telling you, this is literally one of the best investments that I have made for Go Battle League. Alright, so fun fact, Shadow Gardevoir is actually doing more damage than its Mega form. I've said that before, but for the newer people, it's actually true. Now, it's not going to be lasting as long in the battle as Mega Gardevoir is going to be, but it is dishing out. It's kind of like Shadow Metagross, just ridiculous. Alright, so we're up against a Zacian here, doing a lot of damage. I already used one shield, using another one. What's going on here? We're double shielding. This is crazy. So we're going to absolutely get a shield out of them here. And then we're going to want to swap into our Giratina, and we're looking good. They can't even take us out with a Shadow Ball here. It's going to do a lot. Now, this is one of the situations, I guess, where you can go Shadow Ball. I mean, you know, whatever you got to do. 2 Side Strikes will do it too, but Shadow Ball plus another Side Strike obviously is going to work out. And we're farming them down. Let's go. And oh, here we go. We got another Yveltal. So bad situation, shieldless, and they're going to be able to farm us down here and come out of this with a lot of energy. So we're not looking too great, but at least we got them down to almost half health here. So let's see how they're going to play this one out and see how we're going to be doing it. So we have no more shield, so we're just going to have to let it go. Simple as that. Going for the Fire Punch, and they're still letting it go. I'm thinking, oh, okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, don't shield up. And they shield. Finally, okay, the Zacian has no health. We swap and charm it out. Let's go. And I had a freaking feel. I fell for it. This is exactly what they were trying to do. What I was trying to do was wait until they were energy dry, bring in the Gardevoir to charm them down. But they had other plans. But guess what? Groudon's a tank, and it survives, actually getting to the Fire Punch. That was incredible. I couldn't believe it. Literally with 1 HP. I mean, look. 100% IV. Let's go. This was for sure one of the battles that lagged when they started to lose. Okay? Now, I'm not saying they did it on purpose or an exploit, but it definitely happened. Yeah. So Shadow Mewtwo, we're going to go ahead and shield up this Side Strike, and we're going to farm them down. Unfortunately, they're getting to another one here. Let's see how much Side Strike does on a Shadow Gardevoir. My gosh, that's freaking insane. And they bring in their Dialga. Unfortunately, I don't get off my charge move. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That wasn't where it lagged. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and build up to Earthquake. Go for the Fire Punch. We need to start getting shields here. Beautiful, beautiful. And building up to another one here. Iron Head will not take us out, but I do believe we're going to want to preserve our health here. Yeah. And we're going to want to try to get another shield from them. Let's see if we're able to pull it. And we do. Fantastic. Can we make it to an Earthquake? Here you go. Look, see? There's the lag. Look at this crap. So yeah, I'm not showing any mercy. I'm not going to sit here and wait. Please. So I go straight for the Earthquake. I'm like, thanks for the energy. Let's go. They bring in their own Groudon or Giratina. Going for the Earthquake. Then I have to immediately swap here before they get too much energy. And Shadow Ball and then Ominous Wind us here because I can still take the win if they gather enough energy, right? And this is a Shadow Ball, but we're going to be able to make it to the ominous win and take that win. Let's go. It made me so happy when it started lagging. Yup, and they quit. See? Yup, that's another indication. They did not like that. Exactly. Yeah, there's definitely exploits. You better freaking believe it. Next battle, we're met with a Melmetal Horrible Lead, so we're going to go ahead and swap into our Giratina, and they're bringing in their Zacian. Now, in my last video, oh my gosh, while I was going over Pidgeot and Buzzwole, I literally called myself out for calling it Mandibuzz, and then I literally called it Mandibuzz right after I said that. So play a game, take a shot every time I call Buzzwole Mandibuzz in my last video. Have a little fun with that. Am I doing it on purpose? Maybe. You know, that algorithm, we need those comments, folks. Go ahead and let me know I'm saying it wrong. Let's go. Okay, so we're double shielding here, and what's going on here? Play rough? Yeah, of course. We survived with 1 HP. I couldn't believe it. So there you go. Testimony as the IVs in my HP don't matter. It literally survived with 1 HP. We're still doing things. Bringing in the Gardevoir in this shieldless battle. So if this is a Shadow Ball, we're pretty much a goner. It's a Side Strike. Beautiful. So we're going to be able to do more damage. They swap into our Melmetal and lock themselves. We bring in our Groudon. So at this point, what we're going to want to do is farm up extra energy because we want to take advantage of this situation here. Melmetal cannot do a thing to you. It can keep on superpowering you, but that's pretty much it. And even that is still kind of minimal as you do lower your attack continuously over and over again. I'm expecting another one here. And now we want to throw Fire Punch. Beautiful. We capped out on our energy. We're looking good. Let's go ahead and take them out here. One more quick move, and then we take him out, and that was perfect because now we have Earthquake, and we're going to be able to pull that win. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!